Alright, what is up all my junkies and addicts of the internet? It's your boy Daily Doses Gaming here, and I'm extremely excited for today's video, guys, because today is part 2 of showing you how to create your very own DayZ server. Alright guys, let's jump right into it. So assuming you watched the last video or you already know how to port forward your server, now what you're going to want to do is go to your Steam library, go to Games, turn that into Tools. From this point, if you didn't do it last video, you're going to download the DayZ server tool. I'll give you a moment to do that now. Done? No? Great. Alright, so once that's installed, you're going to right click it, you're going to hit Properties, and then you're going to go to Set Launch Options. And you're going to type this in very carefully because this is your lifesaver. If you don't type this in properly, you will get an error. It's error something 32-bit. So if you get an error that says 32-bit in it, then you probably typed this in wrong. This exact string of text is going to be down in the description below for easy access. Make sure when you copy and paste it that there are no spaces like so. That is bad. So -CONFIG equals SERVER capital DZ.cfg. Config equals serverDZ.cfg or config. You're going to simply hit OK, and once you do that, you're going to hit Set Launch Options again, just to make sure that you hit OK instead of cancel. From that point, you're all set. But before you close out of this, I'm going to show you that if you hit Local Files and you hit Browse Local Files, this will bring you directly to your DayZ server. Alternatively, and personally how I do it nowadays, that I don't really run my server off of this whole setup. Once you do all this, you really have no reason to do it again. Alternatively, from hitting that, you can just go to wherever you downloaded Steam. In my case, it's local disk C. And then you can go to your program files, wherever, find your Steam folder, open that up, go to Steam Apps, go to Common, and then there is your server folder. So once you have your server folder up, you're going to go down to the description below, and this actually is required. So while you're down there, you might as well hit subscribe and maybe hit the like button if you're enjoying. You're going to download the 2 paste bins I have there. It's going to be serverDZ.cfg and start_server.bat. Now the bat file is to actually launch your server, and the config file is to configure your server. Who would have thunk? You're going to move these 2 files directly into your server directory. From this point, you can now launch your server. Wow. So all you're going to do, if you launch it from here, I'll show you what happens. You're going to launch this. It's going to say loading inputs, configure, and error. So this is the exact error I was talking about, 32-bit integer. Close out of that. You're going to want to use the batch file. This is how you actually start your server. So open up your batch file, and this time you shouldn't get your 32-bit error. Success, Steam game server initialized. Fantastic. Now let me prove to you that this server does exist. It does work. I'm opening DayZ now. Here's a brand new character. We're going to hit change server. And let's just prove it to you. Let's show my actual server. Here we go. Empty, 163 ping. That's bad. I gotta see what the problem is over there right after this video. But that's not what we're here for now. We're going to go to LAN. And LAN is where our server is because I never ported it forward, and I'm going to prove to you now that the game does work. I don't know if you guys just saw it and I forgot to mention it, but the server name was, quote, example name. I will show you how to change that in a couple minutes here right after I prove to you that the server is working. It functions as a real server, and I don't know what else I can tell you, man. The server works. It's a matter of, did you port it forward correctly, and did you use your config line properly? So as you can see, I'm running in game now. My health is deteriorating as I'm losing hydration and food. and so on and so forth. The game works as it should. We're going to close out of that now, and as you can see down here at the bottom of this, player ID 1, if you had ported forward your server, at this point it would say players in total 1 instead of player ID 1. So I'm going to close out of my server, which is effectively going to kick me in game, as you can see, and we're going to back out of that. And you want to make sure, if you're making any changes to your server, that you don't have it currently running. You can, but it's not going to change anything until you close it anyway, so you might as well just keep it closed and then just restart it when you're done making your changes. So what you're going to want to do with your serverDZ config file, you're going to want to edit this. You're going to open it with WordPad, or alternatively you can install Sublime or something to, you know, actually have a better look at this. But assuming this is for people who don't know how to do any of this stuff, I'm going to do this in the basic, absolute, like, bottom level tier how to do this. So hostname, as you saw in the server directory, it said example name. If I wanted to, I could change this to mass frags S2, server 2. And if I wanted to, as you saw, I joined without having to put in a password. I can put in a password of 6969. Why not? Max players, I don't know if you guys were paying attention, but it said max players 60. I could change that to anything I want within reason. I believe there is a cap on it. I don't know. I'm gonna actually, my other server's at 100, so I'll set this one to, let's make it a random number, 17. There you go. So max players equals 17, and all of these other things show you, you know, what you can do and the different things that you can change within your server. So you can change things like you can toggle the third person view for players. 1 means it's first person only, 0 means it's third person. You can automatically make sure that nobody has crosshairs. You can set that to 1 or 2. 1 is obviously disabling it. You know, just simple things like this. So you can file, save, and that's how you kind of customize your own server. So as you can see, that's done. I saved that. I pressed Control S, but you can alternatively file, save, just to make sure. And you're just going to launch your server again. Once you do this, you've effectively created your own server. It's ported forward, and you've made it your own. You've customized it a little bit. I'll show you guys in later videos how you can do things like change around stamina. As you can see, mass frags S2. We'll hit play, and it's going to require a password 6969, and okay. And that's going to take a second to load simply because we just launched the server. It always does this. If you just launch your server, it's going to take a solid second for the server to actually catch up, and then you can join in. As you can see, I'm joining now and spawning. So all in all, guys, that's about it. You now have all the tools you need and the knowledge you need to create your very own DayZ server. Howbeit, it's going to be a very minimalist server at this stage. There's not going to be a whole lot of interesting things you can put in the title. Maybe you just want the server so you can dick around with your friends. Maybe you want to do it to practice some stuff. Maybe you want to see where the basic loot spawns are so you can play public more confidently. But guys, if you want to make your own server and really make it yours, I'll show you guys how to do that in the next video. So please don't forget to drop a like, comment, subscribe if you guys enjoyed the series. I'm going to be showing you guys way more interesting stuff. As you can see in the bottom left here, I'm quickly losing stamina just by running. In the next video, I'll be showing you guys how to change that, and you will have an unlimited stamina bar. So your character never gets tired like this in 3, 2, 1, and now I have to walk. Doesn't that suck? Like, you have to go from Electro to Cherno, and you're probably going to fatigue, like, over 50 times. So wouldn't you want to just have a nice quick stroll there without having to stop and catch your breath? Yeah, I know I would. So in the next video, guys, I'll show you guys how to do that. And in the next video, I'll show you guys a whole ton more stuff you can do in your DayZ server. But that's going to do it for today, guys. So thank you all very much for watching. Once again, I love you all. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.